Can I say,
We can-
hello? Like on Seinfeld.
Please don't.
Hey, everybody. I'm Aubrey.
Oh, no.
What?
I wasn't ready. I have my welcome intro.
Okay.
You're going to put this.
I'm going to put this.
You're going to put
gonna
this
be like,
in.
with the little screen that's like, bleep.
Do we know what we're doing?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We do not know what we're doing.
Just checking. Are you ready? You're just smiling a little creepily. Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of GGWP, the Good Game, Well Played podcast, as presented by 210 GameCon. I am Lisa Blank, and this is my lovely friend.
Hi, I'm Aubrey, and it's great to be with you today.
So today we just wanted to kind of give everyone a rundown of the new podcast. We're super excited about this, bringing a new platform to 210 after all the work that Aubrey has done with Derek to get our YouTube channel put together. So we wanted to also bring a podcast to just try to get more content out there, get more followers for all of what we're doing for 210. So how do we come to this?
You came to this because
I did.
Okay, full disclosure, I do not listen to podcasts. I watch YouTube, but I don't listen to podcasts.
I listen to way too much true crime. I'm pretty sure my husband sleeps with one eye open. I think that's where he's at.
As he should.
As he should. I listen to true crime way too much. We actually listen to podcasts though with Dylan too, with our son. So
yes.
He likes all the learning ones, the sciencey ones. Wow in the World. He's big on that. So
now Derek listens to a lot of podcasts, and we talked about this in one of our videos the other day. Like, he is constantly in the car listening to board game podcasts. And so I guess and Ryan listens to podcasts
Ryan
as well,
does,
right?
Some, yeah, but he prefers to listen to audiobooks. Okay. That's his safe space.
Okay.
But YouTube is, my son is addicted to the YouTube. It's kind of outrageous, but obviously the safe YouTube, like the kids' YouTube. But
yeah, I would watch YouTube videos over television most of the time.
Really?
Yes. Yes. We found there's a coffee guy that I like to follow. That Derek, he's kind of a coffee snob. I'm not going to name his name. There are lots of board games that we listen to and watch. The other day we were watching a group of guys kayaking down one of the hill country rivers. Yes. Fishing. I don't know why.
See, and I use YouTube for informational stuff. So like if I want to learn how to, I replaced the weather stripping in my car, so I YouTubed it. I use it for informational, educational how-tos, I guess, versus entertainment wise. But a lot of people use YouTube entertainment, and I know a lot of people like myself and listen to podcasts too. So my fellow true crime people I know are out there. They listen to lots of stuff. So anyway, so that is where we are at with the podcast. We're super excited about it. And as we said, it's represented obviously by 210 GameCon, and we are excited about that coming up in October. And it was kind of an interesting way to get to that too. We came to figure out that we really loved board games several years by just going to conventions and had a great time.
Lots of conventions. Which, if I remember correctly, we had to drag you to your first convention. Yeah. So, like, full disclosure,
I was not into it at all. Like,
I think the word nerd came
I know. I think I had to push my glasses up to make sure that I could go. But they dragged me to a convention here in town, PAX South, like in 2018, I think.
Now,
2019.
Derek and I were trying to work out dates the other day, and I cannot keep them straight.
I think I only went to two.
We went to the first one in 2017.
So maybe y'all went to two without me.
We went to two without you.
Yeah. So then I went to my first one because I believe that I only went to two. So in 2019 and then in 2020 before the world shut down, and then PAX never came back. So so we did those, but then since then we've obviously gone to Gen Con and PAX Unplugged, and you guys have gone to PAX East and PAX West and PAX everything.
We're about to go to PAX East here in a couple of weeks. We're really excited about it. So be on the watch for that.
Yeah, lots of feed coming from there, I'm most assured, and see what all the new stuff is out for PAX East.
We're keeping our fingers crossed that we're going to find some really good stuff to bring back.
Yeah, it'll be good. But we have since loved all of our like big cons, and then the smaller cons that are around town. We love those too, and have found a great community and home there. So it's fun to be in that world. Actually, that's how we came to this, because we went to a small con up in Austin.
Yeah.
And our group, our husbands and us, had always said, maybe we should, I don't know, create a board game or something. And I thought, oh my goodness.
That's like saying, maybe I'll paint the Sistine Chapel.
Exactly. There's no way I could do that.
Well, I mean, just make a board game. Like, people that make board games are insanely talented.
Very, yes. There's no way I could come up with that.
And scientifically minded, and I am not that person.
That's not me either. And it's not my husband, if I'm being honest, and he would hopefully say the same thing.
But I do like to throw a party.
Yes. And drink in hotel bars.
And that's what we were doing.
We were drinking in a hotel bar and planning ahead for what has now become 210, which at the time I thought was kind of a crazy pipe dream. But
yes,
we have turned it into a reality.
I think that more so than the boys, I think we came home and ran with it. And I think Derek's words at one point were, "Oh, so we're doing this."
Yeah, exactly. and Ryan's like, "Wait, I thought that was a joke." No, not a joke. We're doing it.
No, we're doing it, and we're doing it for real. So
well, and even with the podcast, I literally texted Aubrey on Monday. Today is Wednesday, and said, "Hey, good morning, and I'm gonna make a podcast."
Yes, and it was like a list of like
all of the things.
All of the things.
Yes. So here we are, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make 210 happen, and it's gonna be fabulous.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, and the thing that's been the best about this too is like really plugging into the San Antonio community.
Yeah.
So like, I did not grow up. I grew up playing video games. Yeah. So I was not like a huge. I mean, we had the Monopoly and Life and Connect Four
and Clue. Clue was my favorite.
We played all of those, but it was never something that we like didn't have a family game night or anything like that. But like, we would gather around and play Super Mario 3. Or like when I was in college, we would play GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Or Halo. And so when it came time, when PAX came around, PAX South, because it's video games and board games, I was kind of intrigued. And so Derek kind of drugged me to my first one. So I wasn't a willing participant the first time either to my first PAX. But I walked in and it was just like electricity.
Yeah.
You can really tell when you go to one of those big places, there's a lot of people and there's a lot of excitement and they're all doing new and exciting things, trying new games. So like that's kind of where I got my pull into it, was actually the video game side of it. Now I play more board games than I do video games, unless it's like a cozy game. Like I like Dreamlight Valley. That's a Disney game. And like, little, what is that?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're addicted to Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Like
or used to.
1,700 hours.
Oh my.
Hours.
That's a lot.
Ridiculous. It's nothing compared to the number of hours that I've played board games.
No, certainly not. And see, I grew up exactly the opposite. Like when I was a kid, we played cards all the time. Like from the time I could shuffle a deck, I was playing cards. My grandmother, my mom, my aunts and uncles, like everybody, that was our thing. And when I was little, we would play board games because I couldn't play cards yet. I didn't get it. And so I remember my aunt had this game cabinet, and I always thought it was like this wonderful like thing. I could open it up and just all the possibilities of all the board games were in there. So that's what I remember from like childhood. And my parents did not allow us to have a video game set up when I was a kid at all. Yeah. And so we just didn't grow up with that. That was not something that we ever had. I think my brother bought his first one when he was well out of the house. So video games were not my world. We had a Game Boy when I was a kid. That's how old I am, a little Gen X. But but yeah, video games were not my thing, and they still aren't my thing because I think I never got the hand-eye coordination for that. I don't have that.
I
So
remember when I didn't have a Nintendo growing up. My best friend had one,
mm-hmm.
and our moms were best friends,
Yeah.
and so they brought home the Nintendo, set it up, and we were so excited to play.
Yeah.
And they kicked us out,
So
and they
that they
pulled
could
the
play.
couch like within 3 feet of the TV. And it
Yeah.
was one of those big TVs that had like the console,
Yeah.
like with the wood on the side and all of that good stuff. And like the one you can see, like like now I'm really telling on
Yeah.
myself, like the little red, green, and
Oh
blue.
yes. Yeah.
Anyway, like one of those huge console TVs, and they pulled it real close to it, and they like played for hours, and we kept coming in, and we were like, when's it going to be our turn?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah, just go away.
Go
Go away,
away.
kids.
Go away.
And now we do the same thing with our kids and board games. We're like, no, y'all go. We'll make you popcorn. You can have all the electronics you want. Just let us play our board games in peace.
Yeah, sometimes. Well,
sometimes.
Dylan plays.
Yeah, Dylan has
will
now
play.
finally kind of come around to the whole board game thing. We're gonna get Landry in one day, but so far Dylan will play certain things. He likes just about anything.
Yeah,
usually.
He does. He's pretty open
diverse. But he's only 11, so the difficulty level is still not very high. But he gets a lot of things.
I'm sorry, I was asking Landry what kind of games she liked, and what kind of games, because she's not always into games.
Yeah.
She said, well, I like the party games.
Yeah, Dylan likes the party games. So, and those just aren't games
that we generally play, but it's something that I was like, oh, well, if that's something you like, that's something we need to make. Yeah. Because I remember knowing people that had game nights and thinking, that would be fun, family game nights. Yeah. We have family game nights.
Right, this is our family. This is our family. Four of us and John. We've now adopted John into the family. Yeah. So he comes, so we can play really cool 5-player games too.
Uwe style, we feed the family. Then we play
board games. Yes. You gotta feed the family first.
Gotta feed the family first.
Maybe a board game a little beforehand, and then
Yeah.
But it makes it work. I love our family game nights, and Dylan does too. Yeah. He loves coming over. That's his biggest thing, is when he gets to come to the Cantus. So he's a happy camper when we get to come over here. But
yeah, kiddo today was like 2 more days till game night.
I know, right?
But they just play video games.
Yeah, so they play video games while we play
Minecraft or Pokemon sometimes. So
yeah, Minecraft is big. So much Minecraft, so much Pokemon. But it works.
Does Dylan play Roblox?
Not really. That's not one of his most, like, every once in a while he will, but his main things is Minecraft, because he can play that with his cousin over online, so that helps too. We have family that lives out of town, so it makes it easy for them to get online and play together and still have a relationship, even though they're thousands of miles away. So that's always nice. Yeah, you can't exactly do that with a board game.
No, that's the only thing about board games, and but that's a good thing though too, is that person to person interaction.
Whatever. Well, and I think that's important. That's something that we need, especially in the digital age, obviously, as we're streaming this across the interwebs. But
for one whole person,
yeah. Hi, Mom. That's going to be our one follower, is our parents. But yeah, it's important to like sit around the table and you get to talk and chit chat and, I don't know, just catch up on life while you're trying to feed your family, Uwe style.
Yeah. So that was something that I was not planning on talking about, but just like the flow of our conversation has led this way. So, like the importance of being and gathering with each other and stuff like that. So we missed out on a lot of that in 2020.
Yes.
Because we had started this kind of idea of things, and then 2020 hit, and then it was like, obviously everybody knows, it was like our number one hobby was no longer, and available. I know that you can play those, there's programs or whatever that you can play on your computer. You can play tabletop games. I've never done that, but it's just not the same. And so getting back into being able to do your hobby, I mean, that's not something, I mean, everybody learned to bake bread. I guess you can do that by yourself.
True.
But
I think, and honestly, I think that a lot of the board game creators kind of came alive during that time because they had more time just to sit down and really think of these great ideas of games that they could play with their friends and that they could, play at home, with their home group or whoever they were hunkered down with. And so it kind of gave us something more to do versus, because I know my mom and I played Ticket to Ride like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
For weeks on end. She loves Ticket to Ride, and so it was something that we could still do, hunker down. So and that's something that we really missed, and being in that community was something that we really missed. And I think that that's one of the reasons that we wanted to start 210 was, at the time we didn't really know about any of the other game cons that were local. We knew of maybe one or two, but there weren't a lot out there. And now recently we've popped up and a couple of others have popped up, and it's created this really amazing community that we get together to see every 3 months or so. And I think that's important because as much as we like to have our family game nights, I do like going to the cons and meeting new people. And we met some really cool people at Fling a few weeks ago that hopefully we have lasting relationships with and can play at other things. And I think it's important. I think it's just nice to be able to sit around a table and, I don't know, learn about other people.
It's so funny because we brought my mom. Hi, Mom. So we brought my mom to both BGGs that's such a BGGs last year. And that was one of her concerns. She was like, do I have to play with other people?
Yeah.
And we're like, yes.
Yes. It's part of the process.
Yes.
It's part of the experience.
That's what we're here for, to play with everybody. So, but she had so much fun, and we would play with we didn't end up playing with others as much as I thought we would, but people would come by and teach us games and things like that, especially in the spring. And it was just a great experience to kind of share that, oh, this is why you gather together and you play things. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to do 210, is so that other people can come together and build those relationships and meet new people as well.
Well, and we really enjoyed doing the game nights too. So that's super fun. We have one coming up tomorrow night on Thursday at Black Potion. So everybody's always welcome to come to those. It's every other Thursday at Black Potion downtown. Not kind of outside of downtown.
I don't know when this will be posted. That's the 7th.
So March 7th. So kind of guide off of that. It'll be every other Thursday. But we always make posts on our socials. So hopefully the one follower that's here watching this is going to be the one follower that we have on no, I'm just kidding. We're actually gaining a lot of momentum, which I'm super excited about too. But but yeah, so just kind of pay attention to our socials because we always post those as events to come to. But those have been super fun.
They have been.
Amazing turnout. Our first one, I think there were probably 20, 25 people there.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't able to be at the next one, but you guys said there were probably 40 people. It kind of grew from there.
It was a lot of people.
We're anxious to see who's going to show up tomorrow night and what we get to play. But it's always nice because one of the guys that we play D&D with actually brought a cool D&D based game called Dungeon Mayhem, and that was super fun because it played so many people. And so it was one of those party games that no matter how many people were there, we were able to get a group going and play that game. And so that was nice to not have to just section off into only 4 people can play this game or whatever. It got a lot of us playing. So but what's nice about that is, people come there maybe just to play Magic. Magic's not something I've ever gotten into, Magic the Gathering, but a lot of people play it and love it. And so they were able to kind of do that. And other people that like really thick, heavy games were able to do that. And, some people,
it's all levels.
It's all levels. We played Camel Up. So, I mean, just kind of an easy beginner, intro game.
Which I will interject.
Oh, please.
I love me some Camel Up.
I do too. It's an awesome game. If you haven't played Camel Up, you have to play Camel Up.
It's an awesome game, and I think that it gets a lot of flack because it's not like a gamer game.
Because it has a pop-up palm tree in it,
and
which is fabulous.
A little
shaky pyramid
that dumps dice.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, we always end up playing, and I think it's so funny on that Derek keeps up with his stats, like we've talked about on his board game stats, and he always laughs at how many plays. He has a camel up.
But it's a tactile game. Like anybody that loves pieces and moving things, and the little camels are so darn cute.
They're so cute.
Anyway, but it's a good game, and it's easy enough for anybody.
I know.
I haven't got my mom to play it yet.
I hijacked the conversation there for a second, but I just have to go on the record to say, camel up, thumbs up.
Yes, we have the card game too. I haven't learned that one yet.
Oh,
we have the camel up card game. I opened it and we were gonna play it, and then Dylan decided to play something else because, you know, God forbid we don't do what the child wants to do. So we probably had to play Uno or something at that point. That's his game. He loves him some Uno.
Now on Uno, it has been clarified by Uno itself.
Oh dear.
On Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. Do you put a draw 4 on a draw 4 at your house? What is the house rule?
I don't know that that's ever happened.
Really?
A draw 4 on a draw 4. Well, I mean, technically it's a wild, so why wouldn't you be able to play it? The only rule is, and at least in our house, it is in the rules, you can only play a draw 4 if you have nothing else optional to play. Like if there is nothing else in your hand that you can play, that's when the draw 4 comes out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So don't be playing that one willy-nilly. There are rules to play that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, see, we always played you could play draw 4s on top of draw 4s on top of whatever and make the next person draw 8.
Nice. Oh no! Do a double?
Yes.
Absolutely. No, we don't play like that.
Uno has since come out and said that is against the rules.
That is not appropriate.
So, but you know, you always have house rules for some games.
In our house, we call them the Lutheran rules because that's, you know, where we were at when I was a kid. We play canasta with the Lutheran rules, and it was always a little different each time you played. It seemed.
I don't know how to play canasta.
Really? Oh my gosh, that was our game growing up. Was canasta.
I don't know how to play canasta. Most card games I don't know how to play.
Oh, I can play some cards. I love cards. I love anything. It doesn't matter, truly. Just don't make me read the rules, Derek. Derek's always our rules administrator, and he laughs at me. He actually makes fun of me more than that. But when it's just a pamphlet, I still don't want to read it. I'm like, he's like, it's a 1-page pamphlet. At least I don't want to read it. Could you paraphrase?
He was actually talking the other day because we have a friend that comes to our events, and he's come here to play, and he's just an all-around good guy. And when it's time, like when he's planning on playing a game with you, he will read the rule book and he will prep for it.
Nice.
And Derek said, John reads the rule book.
We don't. Like
when he was trying to teach me, what is the new Lacerda? What is the new
Inventions?
Inventions.
Yes.
I was having a really hard time with it. He was like, Aubrey, John reads the
John would have read the rule, and he would have.
He was like, how can you learn to play a game like this and not like, he wasn't mean. He was just like, his mind was blown.
Right.
Like, how could you
come to this table without the rule book?
Prepare properly? But I don't. My mind hurts. My brain explodes trying to read it. So I would rather him tell me.
I want him to paraphrase it and tell me how to buy the oven. Tell me how to feed the family, and I'm good.
Tell me how to win.
Tell me how to win. Oh, that is always my question. At the end of his explanation, my question is always, how do I win? That's what I want to know. It's how my mind works. I want to know how to win. And how to get there the fastest.
How to get there the fastest.
Yes.
Which we just played Maple Valley.
Yes, that was super fun. That was a cute
lot of fun. And Lisa was like, I can't get this going. And then she beat me by 5 points.
It happens.
It happens.
I'm good like that.
I really like that game. I have not won yet. But we've discussed on YouTube. That I don't win a lot of games.
I'm not being mean, but you don't.
I don't win a lot of games.
Neither does my husband.
I like to play.
Yeah.
So when I find a game that I can win, I really like it.
Yeah. Like, what was the last game that you won? Apiary?
Apiary.
Yeah, probably was the last one.
I'd have to check.
You have to check BGG. Yeah.
Stats.
I have to check the stat
I'm trying
book.
to look around at what we have. I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
You're like, I don't know what I win. I don't win a lot.
The last time we won played Gallerist, I won it.
Yes, you did.
Aviary, I won that one. I mean, it happens a good blue moon every now and then.
But if we're being honest,
Tapestry, I win on a pretty handedly regular basis. But nobody ever wants to play it with me.
There might be a hint in there somewhere.
Why is that? Because it's the only game I can win.
It's the only game you win at. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
We played at Fling. I did not win that time.
Oh, Tapestry?
Tapestry.
That must have been at a different table.
It was at a different table.
I was out playing with other people. It was so nice.
Yes.
Not that I don't love y'all, but it was so nice to like have a different dynamic at the table.
All over the place.
We played some cool games at Fling too. Yeah. Some ones that I'd never seen before, like out of print ones that I can only find on eBay for $200 or something crazy. But they were amazing.
Speaking of games we played there that we really like, is we need to get Arborea. I don't know. Arborea.
I say it wrong every time. And I'm sure the game creators like, oh, you're butchering that.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to get it to the table again soon.
Yes.
I've been looking at that one and saying that for a while.
With the correct rules, right? Am I wrong? Like we weren't playing it correctly?
Yeah, there were a couple of things that we did incorrectly, but it was like minor things, nothing that like really would take away from the game or change anything. But that's part of learning a new game is that we're always going to play it wrong.
Right.
You're always going to play it.
But as long as you follow the House Lutheran rules, we're good.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but I think it's because we played canasta at church, like with the church group when I was a kid. And so that's where it came from. Good old Daryl, he talks about his Lutheran rules, and that was how it was. I don't know. That's just where it came from.
If you know what the Lutheran rules are to canasta,
I know, then you're really in.
Please leave a comment.
Leave a comment if you know the Lutheran rules. I don't know what they are. I don't know how they differ from the main rules.
I think it's great because I've never even heard, like, it's probably just a figure of speech.
Oh, it is,
I've never even, like, that's another thing, side quests here. Lisa has the best phrases.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Now you're going to put me on the spot to say one.
No, in the coming
podcast. If
you
make me say...
No. In the coming podcast, it's just something that I want you to listen for.
And when you catch them, you put them in the comments.
Put them in the comments, you might win a prize. But like, I can't even think of any right now. But just the most
country
homegrown.
Oh, absolutely.
Traditional things that you would hear.
Colloquialisms, if you will. Yes. And big words.
Big words. I don't even know what that means.
You're like, I got nothing. It's colloquialism, but you could have said anything. I don't want to say anything else.
She has the best. She has the best phrases and things like that. So she said that she's going to try not to say those kind of things.
I really don't want to sound ridiculous, like a country bumpkin that I grew up as.
You know what? The proof is in the pudding.
If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck,
we'll see. We'll see how long we go without.
You see what I did there? Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No, we'll save my favorite one for another podcast, because now you're on the lookout for them. So we need to put them into other podcasts so that they're like little Easter eggs to find.
Yep.
There you go.
It's always catches me off guard.
Because half the time you look at me like, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
We have had so much fun. This has been a blast for our first ever. It's been something for our first ever podcast. I think I'm deeming it a success. We're going to manifest it. It is a success, and you guys are going to make it that way. So tell your friends and neighbors. Tell them all about 210 GameCon and coming out to play board games with us. Come out to Black Potion every other Thursday. Check us out on all of the socials, on the Book of Faces and the Gram of Instance. I don't know. Does that work? Not really.
It works.
So, but definitely check us out. Follow us. If you need anything from us, you can always email us at info@210gamecon.com. You can check us out on the web at www.210gamecon.com. and follow us along for our adventure. And we cannot wait to see everybody at the next event. Thanks, guys.
I can't. before you leave. I'm so glad that Lisa had to say all of that stuff because I'm the one that has to say it on all of our YouTube videos.
Derek normally makes you do it.
Just
no, he just stops. And I'm no, I will keep talking if you want me to. Continue. Do you want to make this another hour? Continue. I don't think we need to. I think we're good. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Bye. Take care. Have a wonderful day, guys. Good game, well played.
Have a wonderful day, guys. Until next time, good game, well played.
Good game, well played. Bye.
You know what? No. I'm going to say, have a wonderful day, guys. And as always, GGWP, and you're going to say, good game, well played. Bye.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day, guys. And as always, GGWP.
Good game, well played. Bye.
There. I don't know how you're going to slice all that together, but...
Oh, I'll figure it out.